Hi, I'm Ambry and this is Ambry's Corner and welcome back to my channel. If you're a new viewer, watcher, subscriber, welcome. If you're a returning viewer, watcher, subscriber, welcome back. Hi, I am back today with another video. Today's video is a story time. Today's story time is basically, what is the story time? I don't really have a name for it at this very moment, but once I have one, I'll put it on here and you'll know what the name is. But yeah. So if you like to hear about this story time, just stick around and let's get into this video. I don't care like where I'm at in my life or where I think I might be at in my life. I'm always gonna run into some type of trouble, and not I wouldn't say bad trouble, just like trouble like with people, like people maybe not liking me, or you know, just I'm always gonna run into it. But that's just the part of life. Everybody that's human anyway goes through something, and they deal with people in some fashion. And sometimes those people may not like them, and sometimes those people just are stupid. And that, in my case, is what I'm dealing with, stupid people. I don't know why, but I always tend to like draw people that want to use me, you know what I mean, that just like really just want to take advantage of how kind and nice I am. And that's always been something I had to deal with, even throughout school when I was younger. I had to deal with people wanting to take advantage of my niceness, and I am very nice about today in regards to people I gave an inch, wanting to take a mile, wanting to take advantage of me, of my niceness. And you know, I have no hard feelings against these people no more. We're all grown now. All of us have moved on our lives. I'm telling this story in regards to a situation that I'm dealing with now that I'm not actually ready to talk about, but this is an example of kind of what I'm dealing with now. So yeah, if you'd like to hear about this story, please stick around and let's get into this video. My grandparents and my grandfather's mother owned homes. My grandparents, however, owned the trailer. And so yeah, so at this point it was just like three of us. So it was me, my older cousin, my middle cousin. Well, I'm the middle cousin, I'm the middle child, and the baby, which is my little cousin Lily, and she got a video on here if you haven't seen it yet. It's part of the Underdog series. It's the firefighter. So if you haven't, yeah. So my family owned basically that whole hill. Well, on that hill, like, so the way it was set up was on the tallest part of the hill was my grandparents' trailer. Then on the side of that, on the other side, was my big mama's trailer. That was my grandfather's mother. And on the other side of that are our neighbors. And for the sake of this video, we're gonna call them the Thompsons. Thompsons live right beside us. And so the Thompsons basically grew up on that hill. Their children grew up on that hill along with my parents, along with my mom and my aunties. They grew up, so they all acquainted. All of us are acquainted. We know each other. We had been friends. They had been friends for a long time. We knew each other for a long time. Well, they knew each other for a long time, and then they had kids. And so as luck would have it, you know, the kids became friends too. And so I think my mom ended up introducing one of the brothers to his wife, well, ex-wife at this time, but wife, his future wife. I think one of them even talked to some of our relatives, my grandmother's sister's children. I think he even tried, was dating one of them for a little while. So, you know, we all had like very close connections. We all knew each other. Our parents knew each other. I think that the Thompsons only had one daughter, and the rest of them were boys. And everybody was cool. Everybody was cool. So like I said, I think the daughter and the one of the sons had two daughters, had a daughter. The grandchildren used to come up and spend time with their grandmother, Mrs. Thompson, all the time, and anytime they would be there. They also had grandsons, so we would chill with them from time to time, but it was mainly the two girls I'm gonna tell about in this video. And anytime they were there, I was at this point in my life, I was always with my grandmother. even up into like grown age, I was big age, I was with my grandmother. I stayed with my grandmother a good chunk of my life. Stayed with her like as in I lived with her, but like stayed with her as in I was with her all the time. My mom worked constantly, so you know there was rarely times when she was home. And the rare time that she in this particular moment she was home this day. Now I ain't gonna hide it. My mom, I think I've always been like a very shielded child. My mom was like, those two girls used to play with me and my cousin Lily from time to time. When she would come, she wasn't always up there because about this time her mom had married and she lived with her stepdad, and at this time her mom had her first child by my cousin's stepfather. So she wasn't always with me, and when she was with me, it wasn't always a very long time on the hill. And so whenever these girls would come, you know, obviously we would play, and when my cousin was with us, we would all play together. Now there was a difference in the girls when they were together, but there was a difference in the girls' attitudes when they were together. When they were together, they were a little bit more like closed off from us. That they really didn't. They act like they didn't want to interact, and when they did interact with us, it was not in the nicest of ways. They interacted. You know, children will be children. I'm not faulting them for that. I don't blame them for that. But you noticed it and you could feel it sometimes. So when it was just me and when me and my cousin both were with them, we really didn't care as much because like I said, we had each other to play with. So it really didn't bother us as much if they acted like that. We knew each other. And I'm gonna get the two girls and I'm gonna call on one of them K and the other one M. M was like maybe the youngest between them. Now K had a little sister, and she's not very relevant to this story, but kind of, but not really. Her sister's not really relevant to this part because most of the time, like when we would play, sometimes her sister would be there and sometimes her sister wouldn't be there. It just depended. So K and M were cousins, and they were very close cousins. And I don't think they seen each other a lot, but I don't think they seen each other as much, I gather, because anytime they would get together, they'd be so happy to be around each other. They'd be so happy to see each other. But I just got the feeling that they didn't see each other as much as me and my cousin had seen each other. We see each other almost all the time. Like I said, anytime, you know, K and them got together, you know, there was a difference in like the way they acted. There was a big difference. They acted really mean. Like they didn't want to be around us, and you know, if we didn't give them certain things, they would get mad with us about it. And so I remember this one day in particular, you know, there was a lot of moments like that, but like they wasn't as often because it was very far and few that they was together like that together. And so when they were together, you know, we would see them, but it was like very rare they was together. They was always together like that. It was either always one be there one day and the next one to be there the next day. I remember one day in particular, this day, I had been at the house most of the day, and most times when they were over there, we didn't know it. They would always come and get us, or sometimes we go get them. It just depended. And I think this day in particular, I had been at home most of the day. I hadn't left the house. This day was the day my mom was at home. So I was at home with my mom. I was on the couch asleep. That's what I was on the couch asleep, and I was asleep. And I remember her waking up. She said, "Yes, Kay and them outside. They want you to come outside and play. Go outside and play, boo." And so I said, okay. And I got up and I put my shoes on and went outside. And that day, my mom had just went grocery shopping, and she bought a whole bunch of junk food for me to eat. She bought me some popsicles. Well, she bought us some popsicles. She bought me some drinks. She just bought me like a whole bunch of, you know, snacks and stuff that I like to eat. And so I remember right before I got, when I said my mom gave me a popsicle, she said, "Here, boo, take this outside. It's hot out there. Take this outside and eat it." I said, "Okay." And when I got out there, Kay and them was outside, and we started playing. Everything was cool at first, you know, we playing and cool and all that. And I always knew, you know, I never really noticed it, but I always like felt it, but I never felt it as strong because most times, like when they were together like that, you know, my cousin would be with me, so it really didn't matter if they acted crazy. But I really think this is like the first time for real that like they had been together and they acted like this to me, you know what I mean? A few minutes in, I guess we were playing, And they were can we have a popsicle? And I was like, oh yeah, let me go ask my mom. And you know how black families are. You know, they all the thing they always say is, you know, don't be going to the folk house asking for food. Don't be, you know, don't be doing stuff like that. You know, that's how black families are. And me personally, I never really did that. I didn't go to people's houses asking for food. Other than other family members, I went to houses and did that. But I really didn't have to ask. I was welcome to anything that was available in there. So like, that was never really a problem for me. I ate. That was my problem with. But they had asked for a popsicle, and I went in the house. I said, Mom, I said, K&M one popsicle, can I get them one? And she said, boo. She said, we ain't giving out no popsicles today. She said, those are just for me and you, and ain't enough to be giving out just like that. And I want to eat some too, just like that. And I couldn't, you know, I couldn't just like say, I couldn't just be like, well, why can't I couldn't just make her give my friends a popsicle. You know what I mean? Like, those were groceries she bought for me and her mom. My mom was a single parent, raising me all by herself. So any food we had in the house was for us to eat. And so I remember this day in particular, and they had got, my mom said, no, that when I said, I'm sorry, I can't give y'all no popsicle. My mom said, And I guess they thought I was like being mean and selfish, and I didn't want to share my popsicle with. I didn't want to share my popsicles with them, but that just wasn't the case. The case was that I couldn't give them a popsicle, and so they were like, "Well, I don't know why you acting funny for. We just want a popsicle. We offer you food when you come to our house and stuff like that." And yeah, they did. They did offer me food. I know that their grandmother had a plum tree in her yard. And when the plums got ripe, she would let us pick them, and she would let me and my cousin take some home. And they say that we would share with you. I said, yeah. I said, y'all do, but I said, I wish I could get out, but I can't. My mama won't let me, like that. So I got off track a little bit. And they were like, okay, whatever. And so, like, you know, like, they acted funny after that. And I don't remember what happened, but I just remember like begging them to talk and play with me. And I would run after them, and they would barely speak to me. I don't know what happened, but we had a screen door. At this point, my mom had moved from my grandmother's trailer into my big mama's house. And so I remember like we had like a big porch, but we rarely ever used the porch. But I had a dog when I was younger. And my dog used to sleep outside on that porch, but we never used that porch. We always used like the side back door. I think it's like off to the side, but it's like a back door. But that was the main door we used, because that's where the driveway was, and that's where the mailbox was. So we would anytime we come in the house, that's where we would come in at, and then we'd go through the kitchen into the living room, and it broke off into bedrooms or whatever, and the bathroom or whatever. But we had like a little screen door, and it's like a little latch screen door. It had, like, you know, like a little nail with like a little hook on it, and you could just like latch it on to like the little nail, and it would lock. And so that was best. We had like an old timey screen door. And so I remember my mama, anytime I put it outside, my mama would always keep that screen door open, you know, just in case anything happened. She could hear. She always kept that door open, especially when she knew I was outside, you know, alone. She keep that door open so she could hear what was going on outside. And I don't know what happened this particular day. Like I said, I was a very kept child, very kept. Like I was watched. Like my whole entire life, I've always been under someone's wing my whole entire life. I don't know what was happening, but I guess my mom overheard how they were treating me. And so all I remember was her coming outside telling me, yeah, come on in the house, come in the house. She said, y'all go home, don't come over here no more. Y'all know how to treat my baby when y'all come over here and play with her. Y'all want to mistreat her and get mad with her about little stuff. So y'all don't need to play with her no more. Go home. I remember like crying, Mama, why did you send my friends over? I want to play. And she said, she said, boo, she said, they break my heart. She said, boo, She don't you let nobody treat you like that. She say, if somebody don't want to play with you, you don't beg, you don't beg nobody to be your friend. If they want to be your friend, they'll be your friend. They don't treat you like that. You don't let nobody treat you like that. Damn. She said, you don't let nobody treat you like that. She said, if anybody else treats you, she said, you just come on in the house and you play with mama, I'll play with you. My mom said, I'll play with you. You ain't got to play with them. We'll go do something together or something like that. Yeah, awesome mom. She said, don't you let nobody treat you like that. She said, if you want to play, I'll play with you. We'll do something together in the house. But she said, don't you be letting them little girls treat you like that. And that's okay. And they went on home. They wouldn't talk to me. They didn't talk to me until next time they was up there and they was back at the door. Yeah, you want to play? You want to play? And all that. And it was always the same man. My mama knew that. My mama knew that. She said, children. Even when I got old, she said, children gonna be children. One day y'all gonna be friends. But yeah, my mama brought me in the house. She said, we'll play, but I'll play with you. I don't know what we ended up doing, but I stayed in the house the rest of the day. I cried a little bit at the beginning because I didn't want to come back in the house. But like now I see why my mama was like that. Why she stood and she protected me so much, because she knew that people, especially children, can be so evil in this world. And sometimes, you know, and I'm an only child, and I didn't have my cousin with me, and we could go off and play together at this time. You know what I mean? It was just me by myself, and I was literally begging them to talk and be my friend. And so yeah, I just want to tell you a story because I want to let y'all know that, you know, it's okay to be nice and be friends with people. Don't let people take advantage of your kindness. Don't let people ruin your heart. Because when God make people like those and put them on earth, those are angels walking around in this world. Y'all don't even understand. Those are God. Those are God's like little lights into heaven, like little peaks into heaven that show you how nice heaven is. And when you mistreat those people, you don't have to bring bad things on yourself, because those people don't deserve that. Child. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe, so much stay with you and him. I wish my very best minute happen. I will see you next one. Bye bye.